Hi, it's Tara, and I'm here to talk a little bit about Botox. Lots of frequently asked questions. I don't like to call it just Botox. I like to call it Tox. Botox is technically a brand name. And so there's a few different types. I know where I'm at currently, we use Dysport, Nuceiva, and Botox. But most of everyone calls it all Botox because it was the OG, it was the original, it was the very first. But there's a few how-tos, myths, questions, why it works, where we put it. It's really important that your injector knows their anatomy so that they're putting it in the right muscles to get the right effect. You want some muscles to relax, and when some of those muscles relax, they have the ability to lift. And so there's some areas in our face when we relax them or inhibit the muscle to actually function, they cause a lifting effect. Some things that are super important to know when you come in for an appointment: don't wear makeup. I mean, you're beautiful just the way you are. We love you just the way you are. But don't get dolled up for us because we're going to take it all off, because it's super important to have perfectly clean skin and that it's disinfected so that there's almost no risk of infection. And that's super important. And if it's not important to your injector, then do a little more research, because it should be like the first and most important thing before we inject it. How to prepare: again, no makeup. Ideally, it would be my preference that you don't take any of your, not so much blood thinners. If you require blood thinners for medical conditions, very important, and we can work with that. But, you know, if you're taking a daily aspirin for preventative aspects, pause the day before. It just reduces your risk of bleeding and bruising. It's just really important. So ideally, I want you to be able to leave here without the risk of a bruise and any redness and things like that I can prevent. And if I'm able to prevent it, then awesome. I think that's great. So you can help me with that. If you forget, then tell me. Tell your injector, oh goodness, I went out last night and didn't get home till 3 a.m. and I lost count on how many delicious glasses of wine went by. Because alcohol thins your blood out a little bit, even if you're not semi-intoxicated, but you're, you know, a day or two later, it still has that blood thinning effect. So it just puts you at higher risk for a bruise. So ideally, if that happens, just tell me about it, because then I know I'm going to need to hold that spot a little bit longer just so that you don't bruise. But other than that, it's pretty simple to come in for your tox appointment. We have lots of different options. Your injector should know those options and where they're best placed and what will work best for you, and we'll go from there. But ask those questions and don't be shy. Always be honest. Say, listen, me and the girls went out and I can't remember the last 10 hours. Great. Then we might need to move your appointment depending on how you're feeling, and we might not. It just depends on what options we have, what you're looking to get, and where we can go from there. But feel free to ask any questions, leave a couple comments, and check out my next video. It's all things about filler, and there's always a lot of questions, so just check out the next video on filler.